Hi Leo, welcome to your new love, possibly true love, reading for teen. Everything you need to know, about this reading. There could be Scorpio, could be Great Sox, could be a revelation, could be some sort of upheaval. Everything you need to know about this reading is in the description box below. All right. Would have been Two of Pentacles, finding balance. Okay, making a decision. All right, so this is for Leo. And there we are. Okay, making a decision, deciding what is best, what's the best course of action. Okay. Knight of Pentacles, Judgment, the Fool, Three of Cups, Two of Wands, Ten of Wands. All right. So for your future love interest, it could just be a sexual relationship, and this is realizing that there's some sort of interest now other than beyond sexual relationship, just a physical relationship. You're starting to maybe wake up to the fact that, oh, hey, wow, there's compatibility in other areas. They've got some stuff in the past to deal with, though, so you need to bide your time. You need to make sure that when things start to progress, because you're straight, you're solid, you've got your ducks in a row, you're able to afford this physical relationship emotionally, right? And then because of that, you're like, well, hey, maybe it could be something more, but they're still dealing with a few things from their past. They might still be waiting on a decision about a prior relationship, but you're in a position to wait and let them come to you because you're the one that's more stable than they are. This is a judgment about. They're working through some things. They're probably seeing a therapist or a counselor, but they're working through. They got a lot going on in their lives. A hunch is a prior relationship that has just ended, or is there's issues with finalizing the separation. Even if it's not legally finalizing separation, it's still they're still having issues with a past relationship. You are much more stable than they are, but both of you were not looking so much, but it's almost like, well, let's just see where this goes. So this is, you kind of fell into it with each other. There was no plan. You were open and available, and they were looking for a reprieve, something to be a distraction. Not that there was any kind of agenda, but just they recognize that there's been an ending with this. They're just still it's a lot of work dealing with the fallout, and they're not quite stable yet. So it's almost like having just a physical or sort of a very slower, stagnant relationship makes sense, because they're not able to give a lot of their time or energy right now because they're still dealing with, there's still a lot of work going into dealing with something coming up from the past. Oh God, here comes my cat again. I'm sorry, Leo. I don't know how many times this has happened. Okay, I'm sorry. Oh, Mama. Yeah, come here. All right, Leo. Okay. You could not be wanting to, it's almost like for some of you, you could be dating, but others of you, you just want to let the good times roll, and you might not want to consider somebody in a serious capacity. This kind of buys you some time though, but this is saying that you might only be wanting the good, and that's why you kept it just a physical relationship, or that it starts off as a physical, because you're just wanting, I don't want to say life to be a party, but let's not bog things down. Let's have some fun. I want to be able to have fun. I want to do this. I want to go here. I want to see that. And they're not in a position to do that. So as much as they might want to, they can't. But it seems like they have developing feelings for you, and it looks like they would like exclusivity with you. What they can't give you right now, they're willing to wait. I think they're going to ask you to wait. I think there's going to be some kind of decision. Maybe distance is involved, because we've got, it could be that distance is involved here, that they might be willing to move towards you. It seems like you're going to be the one that's ready to go and do, and they've got to kind of catch up and wrap things up in their life. They will provide a sense of adventure. They're going to be a lot of fun once this gets sorted. It looks like too, though, that if you're not ready yet, because you're still wanting to let the good times roll, and still you just don't, you don't want to be any part of this, and I don't blame you. I mean, that's somebody else's stuff to clean up. But they will, it's funny to say that they'll wait for you because you're both going to be interested. So you'll be out there, okay, well, when you're done, let me know. And they're like, okay, well, as soon as I get done, I'm getting in touch, or I will let you know. And even if you're not ready and I feel like they're waiting for you. I know that's really weird because they're the ones to wrap the issue up, but I feel like they're waiting for you. I don't know, maybe that'll make sense if things play out like this and you'll go, oh, okay, that's how it made sense. I don't know. All right. This relationship, if it does go from just physical to deeper waters, is going to be a lot of work. It's going to be a juggling act. And it's not that there's going to be a serious commitment or anything, but if you want to progress, whether it's exclusively or otherwise with this person, it's going to be a lot of work. There's a lot going on, a lot of things at play. Even if they get this wrapped up, there's still going to be, I think for most of you, I mean, we got 2 issues with travel, adventure, and travel here. So I feel like there's distances involved here. And having to wrap things up so that you two can eventually move closer and be together. So what starts off as just something kind of physical, and there's not much else there. As things start to progress, it's going to be there's going to be a lot involved in figuring out how to move forward with where each other is at, either emotionally or distance. One's about. So this, on its face is saying there's a lot of work involved in being happy with a fire sign, and that's you, Leo. So when is there not work involved in truly being happy, right? Right, whatever. Point being, might be a lot of work, but it's also going to be a lot of fun. There you go. Let me see what this 3 of Cups is about here. It's funny, though, because it's like, well, there's a lot of work. Well, not many people are afraid of a lot of work. I could see leaving this to that person to deal with, because that's theirs. That wasn't yours. But if there's a lot of work, if you think somebody's worth it, like this, nobody's afraid of hard work if you care about somebody, and it's not going down the drain, You know that. 3 of Cups. Okay, so this, all right. With this right here, this could be pride, because this is someone not willing to budge from where they're at to meet someone halfway, or and that could be pride, or it could be trust. It could be like, oh, you have to move to me, you have to come to me to prove that how much you care, or I want to constantly be in the position of power, catbird seat. Like this person over here has got to be doing a lot of the adjusting. This right here on its face talks about this one coming from a position of security and control and power, and they're waiting for offers to come to them. Nothing wrong with that. However, one of the things that you need to watch out for is doing that just because you can. This person's already kind of going through a lot. So one of your things that you need to look at or check within yourself, a pattern, is this is either saying that you're ready to change your whole environment to be with somebody else too quickly, or it is saying that you're too expectant of somebody to do that for you. In this case, though, with this person, they do have to wrap this up. This is not yours to deal with. So they're going to need to deal with whatever's going on before they can come to you. However, this also speaks of travel, of leaving to go, when I say be with somebody, or to go be where, and because it's the right thing to do. So whether that means, if that's your normal pattern to just kind of drop everything and go be where that person is, don't. If it isn't your normal pattern, if you kind of lose out on things because you're not willing to compromise, or you're like, well, no, you have to move here, this and that, and that's kind of common in long distance relationships, then change it. Be willing to start meeting them in a spot. Or this is saying whatever this vice is for you, whether it's you're not willing to give up the good times and you expect everything to come to you only, or vice versa, alter it. Do different this time. Because this is a lot of work, but it's a lot of fun. There's a lot involved here, but it's going to be a lot of fun. That's a weird way to sell it, isn't it? It's going to be a lot of work, but it's a lot of fun. Well, not afraid of hard work. A lot involved, I should say. All right. There's a lot involved in being happy with your fire sign with this person. Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries. So if you normally drop everything and move to be with somebody out of loyalty and doing the right thing, in the name of loyalty and doing the right thing, don't. If you don't normally do that because there's pride there and like, no, I'm going to make them come to me and I'm going to this and that, don't do that with this person. And I don't know why. It's just saying don't do that. Do it differently this time with this person. Leo. All right, that one wanted to jump, so what is it? Please invest in your spirit. Okay, that makes me think of this right here. As far as that new beginning and wanting adventure and whatnot, and also that this person there could be something to this person having to do with investing in your spirit, in the sense that they might be very grounding. They might, even though they're kind of going through it right now, when they come out of it, there could be this this very dynamic, passionate pairing here. Okay, and then this came out. This was gonna flip. Hand ran into it. Share your gifts. To me, that says meet them halfway. When the time is right, when they've seen themselves through this, when the time is right, meet them halfway. Okay. This is a really different reading video. Rise and shine. It's a new day. Yay! That's this new beginning right here. So, yay, perhaps you two are both on the precipice of this, and then all of a sudden the past comes back for her or him, and they have to wrap some things up, and you're like, well, I'm still going to be over here having a good time. You let me know when you're done. They're like, okay, I'm done. You're like, well, I'm not moving. They're like, can you please meet me halfway? Yes, you should. Give it a chance. I don't want that one. Leo. 7 heavenly virtues. Keys to goodness. So, you know, on its face, just keeping it very light. This is somebody that you're probably going to have a powerful connection with. They're going to be more, I don't want to say more important, but you're just going to feel like you have more of a connection with them than somebody you might date. They're going to be like the one person that kind of lingers after that first date or that first meeting or that first word. This is somebody special. They're not like other people you have been dating or have dated, per se, in a while at least. This is somebody that's going to stand out to you. Okay, all right. So, Leo, I hope this was helpful, and I hope to see you in the next reading. It's kind of exciting because it's like, yeah, there's a lot going on, but gosh, when they get, it's like you two are, you're going to have a lot of fun. Okay, so, yeah, sorry. I hope this was helpful. I hope to see you in the next reading. Take care.